Act 2, Chapter 6 of A Tale of Two Cities is called Hundreds of People. Now 4 months after the trial, the Manettes are living in Soho, a quiet, somewhat rural area of London, and Dr. Manette has set up his practice. Mr. Jarvis Lorry has become a regular visitor. One Sunday afternoon, he arrives to find that the Manettes are out and wanders through the rooms. In the doctor's bedroom, he notices the disused shoemaker's bench and tools and wonders if the doctor surrounds himself with his sufferings. Lorry is interrupted by the brusque Miss Pross, who tells Lorry she's worried that dozens of people, then hundreds of people, might call on her Ladybird, the nickname she has for Lucy Manette, but that none of them are worth Lucy's attention, except her brother Solomon, if he hadn't made a mistake in life. Lorry knows that Solomon stole everything from his sister and gambled it away, but her continuing devotion fuels his positive regard for her. After discussing Manette's shoemaking, Miss Pross claims the doctor lost himself in prison and might not regain his sanity if he does anything that reminds him of his incarceration. When the doctor and Lucy return, the four all sit down and eat a delicious dinner prepared by Miss Pross. After dinner, rather than the predicted hundreds, only Charles Darnay arrives. He tells a story about a prisoner in the Tower of London. The prisoner had scratched the word dig on the stone in his cell. Workmen dug up the floor and found the ashes of a letter and a small bag. The prisoner had buried whatever he burned so that no one would find it while he was there. Suddenly, Dr. Manette looks very ill and claims a sudden rain has startled him, and they go inside. Sidney Carton arrives, and they all sit by the open window, listening to the raindrops on the pavement, which Darnay says are like the echoes of footsteps. Carton foreshadows ominously, there is a great crowd coming. At 1 a.m, Jerry Cruncher arrives to walk Lorry home, and Lorry says it has been a night to bring the dead out of their graves. Lorry bids goodnight to Darnay and Carton, wondering if they will ever see such a night again together. The narrator comments, perhaps see the great crowd of people with its rush and roar bearing down upon them too. Dr. Manette seems to have knowledge about Charles Darnay that no one else has. His extreme reaction to Darnay's story hints at the notion that something belonging to Dr. Manette, some piece of writing, may be found in his own cell later in the novel. The talk of crowds of people is also an interesting turn of events. Dickens suggests what will happen later in the novel by saying that crowds of people might swoop in to bear down on the Manettes, Darnay, Carton, and Lorry. Regarding Lorry's words at the end, the reader will learn later that Jerry Cruncher moonlights as a body snatcher, digging bodies out of fresh graves.